if you're new to the show, this is Real or Not, where I play a
I do like
story. This is the part of the show where I play a video because we had an issue in the back of trying to figure out, is this a real video, real constant, real actions, things happen, or this is just a nice elaborate story, but it is still a fictional story. So as always, I will go last on the comments and I will give you my reasonings of why I believe that the story is real or not. So here we go.
I got my son a $7,000 motorcycle for his 18th birthday this past June. My son is obsessed with automobiles and loves motorcycles. In his room, he has models and posters of motorcycles of all types. His biological dad passed away when he was just 12. Now, I'm married to my current husband who has kids of his own. My husband has always been against my son's interest in motorcycles. He thinks that I'm encouraging him to be reckless, distracting him from school, and by extension his future, and spoiling him and blowing money by spending $7,000 on a motorcycle. This has caused some tension between him and my son, so I told my husband to stop complaining about it. Around 2 weeks ago, my son's motorcycle went missing. We opened a police report, but nothing came of it. It just disappeared. My husband had a smirk on his face the entire time, just walking around saying, "I told you so. You just wasted your money." To be quite honest, this was unbearable to hear. My mother-in-law visited a few days ago. She was talking about the other house that my husband owns, and she mentioned seeing a motorcycle in the garage while she was cleaning it, one that was similar to the one that we lost. I was puzzled, and I asked if she was certain, but she showed me a photo that she took of it, which confirmed that, indeed, it was my son's motorcycle. I immediately rushed to call my husband and confront him about it. He admitted that he took and hid the motorcycle in his garage as a last resort after me and his stepson kept brushing him and his thoughts off about the $7,000 being spent on something unnecessary, and that could cause issues. I blew up at him, demanding that he return it. He refused and told me that he had been considering selling it and giving the money back to me so you could use it wisely this time. I told him that I was serious and that I'd call the cops. He literally said, "This is a family matter and cops can't do anything about it." I'd had enough, so I called the cops as soon as I ended the call with him. The cops found the motorcycle and returned it, but my husband had to be taken in since there was an open file about the motorcycle going missing. He was let go eventually, but he was livid with me. He came home yelling about how awful what I did was and how crazy my behavior was. I refused to engage in the argument, but he told his entire family about it, and now they're judging me for calling the cops on my own husband, even though I already asked him to return the motorcycle. He said that he was just looking out for my son, and that one day we'll realize that he was right, but only when it's too late. My son isn't speaking to me or my husband. I feel horrible about this whole situation, and I'm starting to think that I handled this the wrong way.
So as always, Diaz.
Nah.
Emma?
I'm not even sure if I got all that.
What did you miss?
My headphones, I've been dropping sound for like a few seconds at a time. So
okay, to make it a long story short, wife buys son a $7,000 motorcycle. Husband don't think that the son should be having a $7,000 motorcycle because of reasons. The $7,000 motorcycle goes missing.
I guessed where that went, and I was right.
Okay, they put in a police report.
I did hear that one.
The mother-in-law says that at the son's other property, she saw a motorcycle in his garage. They didn't believe him, or the mother didn't believe her, so she showed a picture of the motorcycle, and it was the son's motorcycle. She confronts the husband. The husband said, well, I did it for the greater good, whatever. She says, well, you need to return the motorcycle. He says, no, I'm going to sell the motorcycle and return the money to you so you could do something better with it. She got mad. She called the police to end the investigation, saying, practically, hey, I know where the motorcycle is. Go get it. They get the motorcycle, but because it's an open investigation, they brought the husband in. They eventually let him go, but now he's mad that this was a family issue. This wasn't a police issue. So she's asking, is she the a-hole for calling the police on her husband?
I don't believe the story's even real.
I don't either. I literally can't.
Yeah, there's too many things that are saying no.
I wonder what soap opera they got this off of. Like, this sounds just like something that would happen on Days of Our Lives. Like, this is literally a plot out of like an episode of Days of Our Lives. He's gonna steal the bike and sell it and give her the money. How does he know she's not going to just turn around and buy him another bike? What? This is not real. Because if that really happened, she would have changed the locks and would have kicked him out. That's what would have really happened.
I'm going to tell you where, and I'm going to give you my answer and my reasons. I don't think the story is real. The reason being is because of one part of the story that just does not make sense. My mother-in-law said that she went to the other property and saw a bike in the garage.
And took a picture.
Who takes a picture of a bike in somebody else's property? What was the point? Why was you over there?
Why was she cleaning her
the other property?
It's probably Eric's property. So it's like you say it's his, but really it's family property.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes over there. There's normally nothing in that garage. And now here there's a motorbike sitting in the garage. I mean, I was thinking the same thing too. Like, took a picture of a random thing. But if it's not supposed to be there and she knows what's supposed to be there, she might take a picture, because then she's going to ask her son later, hey, I saw this. Do you know? Is it yours? Or maybe somebody's been squatting at the house. So, perhaps that could happen. But like the whole story came together. It's just
Yeah, that goes into the perhaps thing, because the other thing that got me was the motorbike was stolen. And the husband is walking around smirking, saying, see, I told you so. I'm sorry. If something is stolen and I'm looking at one person who is smirking and kikiing and looking at me strange, I'm going to look at you strange back like, bruh, what did you do? Mm-hmm. What did you do? Because this ain't no normal circumstance. We're talking about a stolen vehicle.
We're talking about you took the time to sit here and let me file a police report. So now, technically, this is a false report.
No, it's not.
No, it's not, because she didn't know
it's not a false police report. The vehicle,
right,
it was stolen.
He stole the bike, put it in his house.
Yeah, it was stolen.
It's not really stolen.
The son don't know who stole it,
unless it was titled in the son's name. Because I doubt it was.
It is.
She just got him a bike. That don't mean that she titled it in his name, because he's 18. the insurance for an 18-year-old to have in his own name on a motorcycle,
Wait a minute, okay.
Unless they got money like that.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Mm.
Because I don't know the gist of it. So if you're 18, the title can't be in the person's at 18's name.
No,
it can be in his name, but the insurance is gonna be sky high.
Absolutely.
No.
Okay, so that was my question. Was so if I have an 18-year-old, the title is in her name, but she can't be on my insurance?
She can be dependent upon the insurance company. But
yep.
motorcycle policies are separate from automobile policies. So basically, without getting, I got to go into the weeds a little bit. So most companies, you have to have a primary automobile policy. So that'd be like the family cars, right? Then the motorcycle will have a separate policy specific to the motorcycle. And then if the only person who's registered to that is the 18-year-old son, then that can still mess it up to the point where either they won't let you put it on your insurance or the insurance rates will be incredibly high. But there's ways to mitigate that too, because a parent could be on the insurance as a co-owner. It is But the part that got me is just a matter of he stole the motorcycle but didn't get rid of the motorcycle.
He could have just sold it, pocketed the money, and then just kept his mouth shut.
Well,
he could have though. You're right.
Because
obviously this family ain't all that cohesive.
Honest, yeah.
Here's the deal. Obviously, this family ain't.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about money. So
it's not real anyway. But
yeah, I mean, it's not real. It's not real. I don't think this family has anything to worry about when it comes to money. I think if we was to take it on face value, yeah, I really do think the dude would have sold a motorcycle, handed her the money.
And she went and bought another one.
And say, and that's the other part. And say, start over like, I'm doing you a favor by stealing the motorcycle, selling the motorcycle.
Responsible.
And let's start all over from the scratch again. Like, dude, I'm going to just buy him a freaking another motorcycle.
And Mickey just brought up a really good point. You can't just sell the motorcycle. If he's not on the title, how he going to sell it? He could sell it for a part.
Very, very easily.
How?
Because a lot of people don't give a rat's butt about the title. You're thinking legally. You're thinking legally and everything else. There have been plenty of things that have been sold illegally.
I was going to say he could sell it for parts, but what kind of parts you got to a motorcycle? Just the wheels, the seat, handlebars? The motor is about what, that big?
Yeah, but it's a matter of it's a brand new motor and somebody else could now buy it. But anyway, yeah, but I'm with y'all. Yeah, like Tracy said, it ain't real anyway.
It ain't real. But
look, first of all, my 18-year-old child, I know they say 18, they're an adult. I'm one of the people, I look at the law like this, man. The law applies how I decide how the law applies. So the law say 18, you can make your own decisions. You my child, you're not grown at 18, right? So if you decide the only way you my child and you're grown at 18, you get out my house. So if you still rely on me, yeah, you 18, and I'm gonna respect you as an 18-year-old, but you still my baby. You still a child, right? So you're not having a motorcycle. You're not gonna have a motorcycle until you are on your own and you understand the consequences of having one. See, I'm an old insurance guy. So just the thought of having a motorcycle is complete. When you have to go to an automobile accident scene and the body is here and part of the head is over there,
that's a deliberate.
It kind of colors how you view motorcycles.
That's literally why I shook my head, Theus. Your baby, 18, 19, 20, 21.
But he's obsessed with motorcycles.
I know.
And yeah, they got kids who like they're motocross racers. Like they're responsible young people, 12, 13 years old, riding dirt bikes and competing and all of that. So if that's what they're raised up in, I mean, that's your family. That's your thing. For me, because my family ain't going to no racetrack.
I want to talk about you. You exactly.
Mhm.
You exactly. 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever. Pick an age. And they
26.
decide to get a motorcycle.
Mhm.
You're cool with it because they're no longer in your house.
Correct. I'm still going. You're going to hear about it, but I mean,
But
you're going to hear
that's
about it. I'm not going to tell you no though, because here's the thing about my family, and it's my house family as far as my extended family. Elders have a lot of sway in our family. So if I tell my daughter's 22 now, if I tell my daughter unequivocally, you cannot do this thing, she won't do it. She'll be mad at me. She might even like not talk to me for a while, but she won't do it because that's how we respect each other. But given that I wouldn't pull that type of a card over something like that, but what I would say is you're still going to hear about it. I'm going to make sure you go to training classes. I'm going to make sure you have the best equipment that you can afford.
a
I'm going to go
helmet.
through all the stuff with you, and you're going to pay all the bills for this thing, right? I can't make you not have it. I mean, I could, but I'm not, because I'm raising my children to be forward thinkers, right? So I would be surprised if one of my kids did want to, have a motorcycle. But if one of mine did, then they're probably thinking it through, and I'm going to make sure they're thinking it through. Does that make sense, Kamal?
It does make sense to me because I'm with you on it. I was just playing devil's advocate with my statement because my thing is, any of my children come to me talking about they want a motorcycle, it's no. It has nothing, absolutely, positively nothing about your age and everything and all this other stuff and blah blah blah. And I get all that. You grow, you came to me, ask for my advice. I'm gonna say no at all. Not because of your age, but because I grew up with you, and I know majority of my kids are clumsy as all get out. And I know daggone well I don't want neither one of my kids on a two-wheel whatever driving. Zero.
I mean, I get sleepy driving my car. I ain't.
You have literally fell walking upstairs. I saw it. Twice.
That could happen to anybody.
No, I don't need you.
But that could happen to anybody.
I ain't gonna lie, it can, Tracy, but it still speaks to you though, because like I'm not even gonna talk about my poor babies because one of them clumsy as hell too.
I love my babies. I love them with all my heart.
They fall over standing still. But
exactly. I love my babies. I love y'all with all my heart. You know I do. But you knew I also grew up with you. I saw the stuff that you did that you got hurt on, and I've literally looked at you and go, I don't understand how this happened. I will give you an example. And it's years ago. She was little. My middle child saw my middle son do a forward flip over a rail. You know, at the part where they just have a bar and a little rail in the middle where you can pull up and climb up. So my middle son did a flip over the rail. She wanted to do a flip over the rail. I specifically said, are you sure you want to do this? You've never done. No, I can do it. I can do it. Okay, I only have one thing. Do not, regardless of what happened, do not let go of the rail. That's it. It was one line. You flip over, hold on to the rail. Hold on to the bar. Do not let go. I don't know if the flip over knocked that simple instruction out of her head or what. In mid-air, what did she do?
Let go to the rail.
Let go of the bar.
She got distracted. She didn't know
what
all the pieces to this
thing.
The
air, the leaves. What did distract her?
It was because it's
breathing. What?
I'm just, leave that baby alone.
No,
I can see it.
No,
Cause see, you're supposed to grab. All right, now when I was young,
No.
like elementary school young, we were daredevils. It's a wonder I ain't broke something, right? Was we used to just flip over bars, jump off of stuff, just whatever.
Yeah.
My grown self now would look at it and be like, "Whew,
That was
a
some of the
long way
stupidest
on the
things
other
we
side
ever
of
did.
that."
Yeah, we all did stupid stuff as kids.